Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Monster account review video. So I'm sure many of you guys are excited because we're back with another episode. This is going to be episode 11, reviewing your accounts. And if you guys want to have a chance to have your account be reviewed in a future episode, make sure to comment down below your profile name and also your team name in the same comment, and just go ahead and comment that so you have a chance to basically have your account be featured in one of future videos. And if you want to add any comments, telling me to focus on something specifically, like best attack team for your PvP or defense team or whatever else, let me know and I got you. So anyways guys, I hope you do enjoy today's monster video and I hope you learned something new, and if you do, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. Alright guys, so first player we got here is Tanzan from February, and this player commented and said, the main thing I'm struggling with at the moment is getting high rank monsters to use in PvP. And I'm sure many of you guys out there are watching this probably need tips on the same exact thing here. So I'm gonna first do like a review, and then I'm gonna go ahead and at the end let this player know how to obviously do that. So it's a level 95, 19k monster power, and do you spend money is what I want to know. Let's see. I want to see if you have any monsters from Golden Legends Pass. Looks like you don't. You do have Harpiker, but that was available in a breeding event, so probably obtained free to play. Wow, you're actually pretty lucky with like getting the monsters from the Conjuring event. I'm actually jealous. You have this. You even have the other ancestral. That's crazy. What? That's crazy. Okay. So anyways, this player has 19k monster power at level 95. Let's see what we got here. So for attack team, you're using double dodge area with this attacker Coral. I'm not really a huge fan of Coral, to be honest, for PvP especially, because there's like pierce monsters out there, especially fire. He's gonna get destroyed. He hits heavy. Don't get me like. Let me actually say that, because some of you guys are like, oh, he's a good attacker. I'm not saying he's a bad attacker. It's just that his elements, and also there's just better attackers out there to use. So for defense team, you're using the denier, but you're using team speeds, I see, and you're using double denier, and you're using Skickles as a tank. It looks like. What I would recommend doing is you can actually use Kite as an attacker. If you don't want to do that, then just run 1 life, 2 team speed. At level 110, he should be able to tank in a good amount of damage with just the 1 life. But later on, if you could get it maxed out, you can do like triple team speed that are mutated with life. But that's gonna take some time. Tideborn here, on the other hand, you want to do triple speed, so it takes in the first turn and basically denies, but you do want a monster that will take in before him, so that you can trade disable, because this monster cannot do trade disable. And if it goes up against like a monster like King Adam, then it's gonna be bad, trust me. This monster does not have any PER. He does have anticipation trait disable, but that's about it. There's no trade disable, like actual trade disable. So you can definitely improve your defense win rate by switching Chronobite or Tedon. Probably Chronobite would be the one you should switch with, like a trade disabler. But that's your defense team. Your attack team, I would say run Naya as an attacker or Teddy Bomb, one of the two. Coral, you want to switch it with a tank or a supporter. Yeah, this tank right here is not bad. So switch Coral with this. So you have your taunt there, and then you have the double dodge area. That's not bad. And if you want to do this monster as a supporter, so you can do damage boost to this one. Now, I do want to mainly focus on what this player actually commented, so let's actually get into that. The thing is, after Galactic era, like for example the Abyssal era and also these ancestral monsters, they're like almost difficult, like almost impossible to actually rank these monsters up unless you spend money, right? So from Galactic and below, I'd highly recommend pairing it up with some good supporters, attackers, this and that. Take it to the dungeons. Obviously, that would be like the best way to actually rank those monsters up. But unfortunately, for Abyssal era and ancestral monsters, it's actually difficult. It's actually a lot difficult to actually rank the monsters up. So what I would actually recommend doing is actually investing some gems, complete monster with tasks if you can, get those gems and actually get those high rank monsters and tails. Hopefully, just make sure watch videos, okay? Watch videos, take a look at the spreadsheets of the monsters, see if it's actually worth your gems or not. Then you can invest in it, you know what I mean? Get yourself a high rank for like a couple thousand gems. So that would be one way. Or if you want, you can actually take the other route and spend money, Golden Legends Pass, every time it gives you a rank 3 monster every time. So that's up to you. For 20 bucks, I feel like a rank 3 would be nice to like get, and that way you can actually progress your account overall. But that's up to you. Like, I know some players don't like spending money on this game. this game, like everything is now like almost pay to play, really, in my opinion. Back then, at least you had the rank up survival dungeons, you know what I mean? So Darman, here's the thing, Darman is actually worth ranking up. I would recommend rank this one up. Harpiker is actually not that bad. Ambiosonic's actually pretty good for Team Wars because of his status caster that he applies, the random positive status effects. Let's see, Chronobite, you can rank up if you want. I'm not a huge fan of Zero Zone, to be honest, or this other one. This one is okay. It's not the best, honestly. I wouldn't really recommend investing too much, though. Like, it's really just not worth investing. And, you know, like, these Corellias, I believe that's what it is for this current era, right? There's just too many resources nowadays. I believe it's Corellias. It's just, you want to actually invest it in a monster that's really, really worth investing in for the long term. And one of those few monsters is Skycole, because this monster can go either, you know, tank way or attacker, both ways. It's like a hybrid monster, basically, so it's really good. This is probably like the best one that you have right now. So if you have any Corellias, I'd highly recommend investing in this one. Turtle is actually pretty good. You can go ahead and, you know, rank that one up too if you want. And these two, obviously, I'd highly recommend ranking them, but the thing is, it's really difficult to actually rank them up. So yeah, unfortunately, you can't really rank them up. It's difficult. But here's the thing, these two, it's impossible to rank up. These two, try to see if your teammates will actually purchase jump packs during the times that it, you know, gives you the Corellias as reward. Like, if you actually check my account right now, I have like over 5,000-6,000 of those Corellias. I've just been collecting them, really. Most of them comes actually like from my teammates, you know what I mean? And I'm just waiting on a monster that's actually really worth it. Although I've spent a couple hundred or a couple thousand here and there ranking up Scout Cold or another monster, but I'm just saying, like, I'm still waiting to, you know, find that one perfect monster that I think is going to be really worth investing in. Or I might just use it in a competitive team war. But anyways, let's go ahead and visit your account. Let's see what you got in your island. So let's see what you got. All right, so your main island, you have 2 ancestrals, mainly thunder, I see, with fire. So you have thunder, fire, light, right? Light, fire, thunder. Is that all 3? Okay, not bad. You do have them organized, I would say. Not bad. This is actually looking good. Yeah, but just, you know, as always, as I always like to mention, later on, you do want to swap all these legendary habitats with mythic habitats because they provide more gold. But before you actually replace your legendary habitats, replace these ones first. I don't recommend selling the monsters. You can always move them to your vault, okay? But if you really have to, if you have any duplicates or something, or you know that that monster is easy to obtain for like a breeding event or something, when it's available, then sure, you can go on and sell it. But overall, not bad. I think your main island looks actually quite nice. And I don't think you're lacking on space, are you? No, you have some space right there. You have a lot of space right there. And, oh, wow, okay, not bad. Move these 3 either right here or right on this island right here. And I see that you have your food farms here. Not bad. Level 10 already. That's good. That is great. And these 3 are also really good. Not bad. But I do think that your teammates will definitely, especially your leaders, I'm sure, will actually highly recommend maxing this out because this is important for team wars. You know what I mean? Gentlefabrus, you know what I mean? They were quite competitive back then. So yeah, you got your dark monsters with nature, mixed with nature. Earth monsters are also there, magic. And then you see how you have these earth habitats. Might as well just move like one of your boosts here if you want. Like, move one of your boosts right here. You know, give these guys some gold boosts too. Although, I know it's not as great as these mythics or legendary habitats, but still, they'll make you more gold. But not bad. But I'm pretty sure you still have a lot of things you can actually improve on. Like, you have a space, but it's just like as time goes on, you play even more, you're gonna get more mythics, and then you can obviously replace these with, you know, mythic habitats. And I'm actually, again, I'm pretty jealous of these 2 right here. Next player we have is Isam. Okay, this player is from Jack Attack's team, and the comment that they left is, I can't actually choose the monster, like which one will be good for PvP or anything, and the big problem is which rune should I give the monster. So I'm assuming this player is asking what's like the best team that he can actually he or she can go for PvP, defense, and attack, and obviously what runes to give. And I'm gonna go ahead and let this player know. So 40k monster level 100, Let's see what you got. So for attack team, you're still using spec. No, not a problem with that. That's still usable. Spec's still usable. If you're in the bottom leagues, it can definitely help you get to at least probably legendary. I would say like legendary 4 maybe. Especially if it's at level 140 like this is. I'm assuming you're... Oh, swap this with Unrelenting Assault if you have Unrelenting Assault. I'm assuming you do. If you don't, then I guess keep Burning Hands, sure. You have King Adam. Don't do triple life like this. No, you don't want to ever do that. I understand it's at level 100, but you don't want to make it this tanky because that... Here's the thing. Your team's going to be super slow, and you don't have any supporters, any monsters that provide torture immunity or anything like that right now in your attack team. So you can definitely win a lot more battles if you actually make your team less tanky. If you had, let's say, any supporters that would provide damage boosts or NERs or torture immunity, like for example Nerida or Force Lab, things, those monsters, you know what I mean, then it's okay to actually make your team really tanky and slow. But in this case, you never want to do it. What you have right now, don't do it. So what I'd highly recommend doing, you can keep the triple speed here if you want, sure, keep that. Spec is looking fine too, sure. King Adam, do 2 team speeds and 1 life, okay? That way your team's going to be slightly faster. You can win more battles. With the team you have right here, they can easily trade table you first, deny you straight away. You know what I mean? Or trade table you and apply tortures because you don't have any monsters that'll get rid of those tortures and stuff. Except King Adam, but he does it for himself. All Fnatic, same thing. Here, you don't want that. Let's say you have Ragnarok. You're using Ragnarok. I would highly recommend moving these two. Like literally swap these two. 4 out of 24. You can literally tell. I'm not sure if this is on purpose, but if it is, you want to get rid of these two right here. Wormhole and this. Well, Fnatic's still usable. So let me see what you got, and I'll go ahead and give you a team. Okay. So you have Sky Cold. Oh, beautiful. You have Sky Cold and you're not using it. Use Sky Cold right here instead of Ola Fnatic. Okay. And then you can do Light Voltaic. And let's see what else you have. Light Voltaic, so that'll be your attacker. Maybe you need a supporter. I would suggest maybe this one, Lithian, because this monster comes with PERs, NERs, and everything like that. You can pair this monster up with the Voltaic for your defense. And then if you want to use Ola Fnatic, you can. Or if you don't want to use that, you can actually do Sky Cold with what you have, except you want to do 1 more team speed. Okay, you don't want Voltaic to be too slow. But just make sure that their speed is kind of close. Luthien speed and also Voltaic speed, make sure they're somewhat close. Luthien going in first and then Voltaic right after. You're gonna, this right here is gonna bump up a lot more. Trust me, you're gonna win a lot more. If you want to use that for your attack team, that's completely fine. You can swap this whole attack team here, put it on defense team. I think your attack team looking fine, but you definitely want to swap Ted on with like a supporter or something, or any like damage boosters if you have, because Spectra, unfortunately, she's not as powerful as she used to be, so you need some type of damage boost. You do have this mythic or ancestral, not bad. If you want to use this instead of spec, I would say go for it, but do 1 speed and 2 strength. Okay, and I noticed that you're running like some support skills here. This you can probably swap, or at least this, actually swap this one with attacking skill, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so if you want to use this instead of Spectral, go for it. Just do like 1 speed 2 strength, or 2 speed and 1 strength. That also works out. But that's pretty much it. Let's see which monsters are actually worth investing in, so you can actually focus on those monsters. Obviously, Ancestrals, I'd highly recommend. You have all 3 of them. I am so jealous. This is not worth at all. Azajan's okay. Azajan's okay, trust me. I like this one more because he comes with damage protection. Azajan, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't come with damage protection. It comes with 50% life shield. I like damage protection more. When you rank it up to like rank 3, it's just a lot better. Skycold, I'd highly recommend investing this. This is like one of the best tank / attacker right now. So work on this. Ignore these 2. This is worth investing in. Ignore this, and even this up to here. Voltaic is 100% worth investing in because it's one of those monsters that will be useful for a long time. I even used Dark Voltaic up to this day, and Dark Voltaic was from Metro era. This is not worth investing in. This is Lithian. Dragbite's actually good too. Goffles, I'm not a huge fan of Goffles. These other 2, not really. Let's go ahead and visit your island. Let's see what you got. So yeah, not bad. In terms of like profile wise, you're doing good. Oh my, what is this? Whoa. Okay. Don't do this. Okay, I understand. It's nice. Trust me. I will admit it's nice, but you're losing a lot of space. Like you can literally fit one, two, probably like about three, four, or maybe even up to five habitats actually. Like if you actually squeeze them, trust me, it doesn't look like it. We can definitely squeeze in a lot of habitats here. Right now you only have what, 9? Yeah, no. 9 is just way too little. You can do at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably at least 12 or more habitats if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, get rid of all these. It's a pain, trust me. Getting rid of one by one. I did that before. Maybe for now I think you're okay. No, you're actually, you need space. Look at you. Yeah, no, this is not looking good. And I doubt you want to spend money on these islands, right? So if you don't want to spend money in those islands, get rid of all this. So what? Just here's the thing. All these legendary habitats, swap them with mythic habitats and make like 2 or 3 elements in the main island, like either fire, thunder, nature, or just fire, thunder, or whatever, really whatever element you want. Just literally have them all in here. And all these legendary habitats, I wouldn't recommend selling the monsters or removing them at all. You can actually swap them with these habitats because legendary habitats make a lot of gold, but mythic habitats make more. And obviously ancestrals do more, but there's only 3 ancestrals for now. So yeah, you see how it's like all over the place. You have fire with light, magic, light, and all those. It's just so random. You want to take care of all these habitats, trust me. Do it right now one by one. Don't do it all at once, obviously, unless you're free. But you want to actually, you know, organize this. And all these, I would say move all your food farms right here. This is probably like the best island to have it in because it's not super big, but it is big enough to have all your food farms in there. But if you want to keep it there, you can. It's not a bad idea. I just like this one more. But whichever two, honestly. I think they're somewhat the same size, really, right? So, yeah, either one of them. Alright, next player we have is Jody Jong. I hope I pronounced that correctly. From Unified and Reborn. The comment is, love to watch these kind of videos to learn more about the game. Great job. Thank you. I appreciate that kind comment. So let's go ahead and do a full review on this player's account. Level 94, 60k monster power. Let's see, for your attack team, you're using the dodge area taunt and the attacker Serpentix. Serpentix is amazing. You have a level 10 runes? That's awesome. That is actually pretty awesome. Level 94. Okay, now here's the thing. Your tank at 140 already. That's awesome. I would do 1 life and 2 team speed and make so you have Naya faster than this, obviously. What is the speed? 16,021k. I would do, here's the thing, I would make Naya's speed as close as possible to Serpentix. If you have to, like, let's say do NER or turn transfer, obviously that comes at the same time. And also damage boost, like double damage. I'm assuming you're running the double damage, right? You're not? Here's the thing, the damage boost here that you have is 50%. She actually has access to a 100% damage boost if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm pretty sure she does. But this right here, you want to swap it with this, okay? So you don't need the spammable NER, really. And I feel like you can win a lot more attack that way. Or if you want, you can use Serpentix for your defense team. Let's see what you have for your defense. You have Tideborn. Everybody has Tideborn. I don't have it. What? Voltic redeemed. Yeah, you want to get rid of Alchemistic. I understand it's at level 142 and it's a high rank, but it is not as good as you think, okay? This engine is actually pretty nice. It's not that bad. Let's see what you have here. Deep Doom is okay. Let's see. You have Dormant Santa. This is actually a monster worth investing in, so take it to Rank Up Survival Dungeon and rank it up alongside Voltic Redeemed, okay? This monster is actually pretty awesome too. It may not look like it, but he's actually pretty awesome. I don't know if I ever did a review on this, to be honest. Did I? I probably did. Let's see. The rest, none of them are actually worth investing in, really. I like this more than Master Skill, to be honest, or Tyrant Skill. So invest in this if you can. So I would say take this with Voltic and this other one to the dungeon and working on it there. You know what I mean? For your defense team and offense team, your defense team definitely needs a switch. Voltic's fine there, but I would suggest, let's see what you have here again. You can use Turtle Myrtle. Oh, you're using it for your attack team. I would do, if you want to do Darman Santa, but he's at level 100, rank it up a little more and actually take it to, swap it with this, or not swap it with it, but like have it alongside Voltic Redeemed. I don't think you really need that stamina. If you have like a, yeah, get rid of Electron's mask and actually swap it with a mask that will actually regenerate your stamina. He doesn't need Electron's mask, trust me. Go with a stamina regen mask. Tetsuman's mask is actually worth investing in, and it's actually craftable as well. You need about 11 diamonds. If you have 11 diamonds crafted, it's actually worth it for a long run. But actually use this instead of this denier. 21k speed. How much does he have? 14k. That's because you don't have any team speed or speed runes here on him, but he's still pretty fast. So if you want to use this instead for your defense team with like a Tyrant's ideas, if you have that, or definitely swap it with this. First of all, definitely. You know what? Here, I got you. Azajin, Voltic, and alongside this guy. Yep, those three for your defense team. Okay. For your attack team, I think that looks fine for now. But yeah, again, the monsters that I mentioned investing in, do that, invest in them. But the rest, just have them in there, you know, for gold purposes. You don't really need to invest in them. But anyways, let's see what you got here for your main island. Your main island is, it looks okay. Although you have like 4 elements, and on top of that, actually it's 5 elements now that I see it. All right, so here's the thing. That looks okay, but get rid of basically what you got here, what you got going on. Replace all these with mythic habitats. Literally everything for your main island. I feel like it's just better having this whole space, all this space. This is like probably, yeah, this is the biggest island that there is for the game, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah. Your main island is your biggest, so don't waste it. Don't waste the space, okay? What I would recommend doing is swap everything here that you have, place it with all mythics, and organize those mythics in, you know, each category. Have them in the same habitats, same elements, go same habitats. So have like all of them in there, you know, with the gold boosts and everything that you have. I don't know if you have any gold boosts. It's hard to tell. I don't think you do. You don't have any gold boosts, yeah. Yeah, see, that's another thing you're missing. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you're actually using them here. See, this is looking amazing. This is perfect. Except these food farms, you don't want that around. Probably swap it in here. Put all your food farms on this island or on this island like the other player did previously. But yeah, so just swap your main island with like 2 or 3 elements, the most, and put them all in there. Again, you don't want to sell your other monsters here. You can actually move them to another area. Okay, you want your gold boost to be next to the monsters that will make the most gold. So that would be mythics, for example, right? So if you can fill up like, let's say 4 habitats, 16 monsters all together, and you have the gold boost around, that's gonna make you a lot of gold. And you know, just I feel like also another thing, you want to rank up all these habitats, like level them up to level 4, I think, which is maximal. You can carry up to 4 monsters. So leveling them up, it is costly, but you'll make the gold back later on in the future. So yeah, this right here, all these, you want them all in one island, okay? And you don't want it in the main island, you don't want it in the big island, one of the mini islands. Trust me, it'll all fit. These 3 islands, obviously not purchased. This 3, I'm just glad that you have these 3 unlocked. That's awesome. But yeah, you see how your food farms are all over the place? You don't want that. You want them all together. So this island right here. And this is level 10. Good job. And yeah, with these, you can literally just have them like in these little mini spots, or you could just have them where you have the habitats, like the specific element. Like for example, you have all these fire ones. You can actually just, instead of this food farm here, could be another like a fire, your fire temple right here. But since you have it there, you can keep it the way it is there. It's just a little note. You don't want these 2 here. Actually move them next to your hatchery, either there or probably right here. Alright guys, next player we have is at level 67, proof R2, 1020's team. And this player's comment was, alright, so the team name, and then I need advice on which monsters to focus on, what runes I should put on stuff, and I'm not that good. So I need advice in all caps. Alright, I got you. So here's the thing. First of all, level 67, 3k monster power. Okay, that monster power needs to bump up a little bit. Although it doesn't really matter. Again, MP is just there, but you actually need it to join better teams. I feel like it's got its benefits, but also it's also there. Sometimes could be useless. But Yeah, you definitely want to bump that up. The way to bump it up would be to feed your monsters. Every time you feed monsters, rank them up, feed them more, this goes up, okay? So anyways, let's see what we got here. So for your attack team, you're using triple attackers. Yeah, you never want to run triple attackers, never. This is not okay. For your defense team, you're using Clogger, which I believe is an attacker, right? Yeah, it's an attacker. You have your tank, and then last but not least, Alchemistic. What's with everybody using Alchemistic? Okay, so your best monsters here, I see. Here's the thing. The monsters that you should actually focus on first, let's actually go after that, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you some tip on your team, okay? So, best monster you should focus on, obviously, Griffin. You know, if you could actually get more cells, rank him up, he's good. This is actually not that bad. He's solid, okay? So if you want to rank him up, go for it. Turtle's actually pretty good, so feed this one up. You know, get it to level 100. That would be a tank. You can use like a taunt monster, and then eventually later on at rank 3, yeah, the intersection is up like a cherry on top. These two are not worth investing in. Nope. Boss Rex is amazing. If you could get this monster, what is it? He's really good at rank 5 because you get that damage section and then also have that life shield. But I feel like he's still useful. If you could get it to rank 1, get that taunt, honestly, because then you'll have access to Mega Taunt as a skill as well. So feed this up to level 100 if you can. Ambiosonic's good for Team Wars only. And same with Gravitron. Gravitron's also good for only Team Wars because of that. And Serpentix, obviously level this up, max it out if you can. Onroot's actually quite decent if you need a Megaton, if this is the only Megaton you got, which it's not true. This monster is also a Megaton, but the thing with this guy is that his Megaton's only 1 turn. It only lasts 1 turn. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? So the best monsters you should actually focus on are the ones that I just pointed out. So that would be Igursus, Onroot, Serpentix. Again, Gravitron and this one are only good for Team Wars, okay? But this one can be used everywhere. That's really good. So focus on that one. Turtle Merle's also pretty good. And Azagin's not that bad. Same with Griffin. Griffin's good. So for your defense team, you have your tank. And you'll need an attacker, obviously, with either a denier or supporter. Like a damage booster, sure. So if you could get this monster to level 100. Yeah, get this to level 100 if you can. Or 110 actually, because you get the taunt at 110. Dang it. Here's the thing. It's fine. He has taunts here. So use his agent the way you have it right now. Do you have Elfira? Oh, you do have Elfira. Use Elfira for your defense team with a Zajan. And if you have like a damage booster, that would be nice. Do you have any deniers? You do have a denier, maybe Alchemistic. But you need a better denier. I'm trying to look around to see if you have anything for your best monsters here. Not showing up. Okay. Well, if you have like a nice denier, then... Okay, keep Alchemistic for now with Elfira and Azajan here for your defense team. But later on, definitely you need a better denier than Alchemistic. He doesn't have access to trade table. He doesn't have access to PER. So if you run in blind in PvP, which most of the time, or 100% of the time you actually do, you might go up against a Megaton monster. Okay, and that's going to screw you. Although you do have Elfira, it's nice and all, but you still need that. Or at least a damage booster. I feel like damage booster would be a lot better than a denier paired with Elfira. For your attack team, keep Serpentix. But I would say if you could get this to level 100 or rank 1 at least, so you can have access to that taunt, then you can go ahead and use that alongside Serpentix, and you'll need another damage booster. So right now, you need 2 damage boosters basically for your defense and attack team. So if you could actually get that, that'd be nice. So you could pair it up with those attackers, Elfira and Serpentix. And then you have your tanks on the side. Alright, your main island, you can do better. Okay, you don't want this in the middle here. I would suggest having it on the side here where the Firestar is, I would say. But I don't know if you purchased a Gold Legends Pass. I don't think so, but I don't want to assume at the same time. So if you don't purchase the Legends Pass, then you don't have to keep it here exactly. I just feel like for players that purchase the Legends Pass, it's just a lot easier because you have the access to that extra hatchery here. When you're taking in breedings and stuff like that, the eggs, it just takes in like 0.1 second to move right there. Instead of like, let's say you have that extra hatchery there, but your breeding is like over here, or hatchery's over here. You take that, it goes all the way over here. It gets annoying. It gets a little frustrating. So Anyways, obviously take care of these if you can later on. You don't want these around, not even for decoration. No, it's not worth it. Your food farms, obviously get those to level 2 at least. Level 2 is the best for your level. You can start growing the one that is like 75,000 gold or 3,000 food. That'll actually help you. Level 8, not bad. You can obviously work out on that, and later on you can get that to like level 9 or 10. 10 being the best, obviously. So this one, I feel like some of the habits are just all the monsters are just all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, look, ambisonic metal. You have dark fire with nature, magic with, you get the point basically. So you have this unlocked. I'd highly recommend working on this if you want a lot of food. This will help you out a lot, trust me. This is looking again, you want all your food farms in one place. You see this right here? You don't want this here. Move this somewhere else and have all your food farms in this island, but get rid of all these obstacles. Obviously it's going to take time. I wouldn't recommend rushing it using gems or anything. Take your time. Everything else, it can be better. Again, like I said, I see that you recently purchased this island, so you place this here. As always, the tip that I give to many players is that what you should do before purchasing an island is start working on it first. Okay, let's say if this was my account, right? I have all these. All right, if I were to purchase this island, let's say this right here, this habitat, just say it doesn't exist, and there's a for sale sign right here. You know what, let me actually use this as an example. This right here, let's say I want to purchase it. Well, and I don't have enough gold. It's all right. Here's the thing, you can actually plan ahead, get rid of all these obstacles. When you get rid of all these obstacles, every single one of them, it's all done. Later on, when you have enough gold and you're like, you know what, let me go out and purchase it. You purchase it, you can literally place all your habitats straight away instead of having to wait, you know what I mean, the time, because some of these rocks, they take like over a day or two. Yeah, it takes a long time. I know the one rock that's like right here, that's like big next to the old monster wood. Monster wood used to be right here, but there used to be like a huge rock right here when I had to like on my baby account and also my main account. I remember it was like 400,000 golds or something, and it was huge, and it took basically 2 days or something. So it takes a lot of time. It's time consuming. I wouldn't recommend going through that, you know what I mean? So just work on removing these obstacles and have all your food farms in there all together, or this island right here. And again, for your PvP team, I went ahead and give you the best options, obviously. But that's going to wrap it up for today's Monster Legends account review video. So I hope you guys learned something new, and I hope you enjoyed as well. And if you want to be featured in a future episode, all you have to do is comment down below your team name and profile. For example, it'll be Monster Gaming with Team Spirit 2015. That's all you have to do, literally. But make sure obviously to write profile Monster Gaming or whatever your profile name is, obviously, and then team or team name, and then have your team, you know what I mean? But that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching today's Monster video. If you guys want to see more content like this in the near future, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.